Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about my experience with oil pulling. And if you do not know what oil pulling is, it is when you use an oil. Usually it's coconut oil that a lot of people use, like cold pressed, unrefined, organic coconut oil is good. This is just from Trader Joe's. I recently picked up. I needed a new jar after we moved because I didn't want it melting in my boxes and stuff like that. But the point of oil pulling is that it is said that oil pulling can help with certain physical ailments such as tooth decay, helps with bad breath, heals bleeding gums, prevents heart disease, reduces inflammation. I'm guessing a lot of inflammation in the mouth, maybe other things, not sure. Helps with your immune system, soothes dry throat, whitens teeth, heals cracked lips, improves acne, strengthens gums, prevents cavities. So when I went to the dentist sometime last year, you go every 6 months, I went a couple months ago, and that's when I will tell you what happened with the oil pulling, my results. But the last time I went, they told me that I had pockets around my teeth, and how do you explain it? How they explained to me was a lot of times people have, I believe it's gum disease, and they measure it by millimeters. So I'll try to insert a little chart so you kind of understand what I'm talking about. So the safety zone for these pockets is between 1 and 3 millimeters. Once you hit 4 millimeters, you are in a warning zone, and then once you get to like 5 or 6, it's like bad. But once you hit about 7 to 9, you risk losing your teeth and other things like that. So it can get serious. But the cause of mine was mainly contributed by, I think, of course I fall off with flossing like a lot of people, so I started buying the little floss sticks. A lot of times when people are breastfeeding and pregnant, what they don't tell you is you have to be very careful and make sure you're eating a well-balanced diet and vitamins and things like that, because it can cause gum sensitivity as well as tooth sensitivity, because the little baby is kind of like a parasite, sorry to say. And they take a lot of your nutrients out from your bones and your teeth, which can cause women to experience extra sensitivity and things like that. So I did not experience it when I was pregnant, but while I was breastfeeding, there were a lot of things going on, and I was probably not eating the best. So around that time, I started realizing my teeth are sore. I don't eat a lot of sweets, but when I do, every time, by like maybe the second little cookie, my teeth would start hurting in the back. So I'm like, what's going on? I don't think I have a cavity. So I asked them about it. No, I did not have cavities, but I was experiencing that sensitivity because of those pockets. I was at a 4, which is like, warning, be careful with what you're doing because it could get worse. So in my mind, because I obsess over things, I'm freaking out like, oh my God, I'm about to lose my teeth. No, I wasn't about to lose my teeth. I was only at 4. Tooth loss occurs at like 8 or 9. So I started researching things, and I saw that coconut oil for oil pulling helps. And I started researching this because they tried to give me a toothpaste, and the toothpaste was maybe like the size of my index finger, and about 1-2 inches wide. And that little tube of toothpaste cost about $50 to $60, and I'm like, I'm not making money like that, so to spend that much money on toothpaste was kind of like, nah. And I'm into couponing too, so I just wasn't going there with spending that much money on toothpaste. Okay, so my memory card was full. So I'm going to hopefully keep on where I left off. I know I mentioned they were trying to sell me this $50 toothpaste, and I'm like, nah, not today. Gonna look up other things. And I tried this once before in November, but I didn't keep up with it. I kind of fell off because with oil pulling, you take about a tablespoon or so of oil and swish it around your mouth for at least 5 minutes, but a lot of people say 20 minutes. So you start off slow, and I went 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20-ish minutes every morning before you brush your teeth and before you eat anything. And it's supposed to help clear up the bacteria and other things like I mentioned. And you swish it around before you brush your teeth, and you do not spit it down the sink. Do not, because the oil has a lot of bacteria, and especially coconut oil, it can solidify. So you don't want that gunk down your drain, and do not swallow it because it is filled with the bacteria, like I said. So you're supposed to spit it in the trash when you are done, and then brush your teeth and everything like normal. So I tried this out for 30 days. When I initially did it the first time in November, this was not when I did the full trial. I kind of fell off after day 1 because I'm like, I don't feel like doing this. So I had like a stuffy nose and things like that, and I noticed a lot of like, this is gross, TMI, but a lot of the mucus came up, and it helped me when I was sick around that time. But going back to when I just did it recently, I did it for a full 30 days. So I rinsed my mouth with this for the time period, like I said, for 30 days in the morning. And I noticed that my teeth were not as sensitive when I would eat sweets. So I'm like, interesting. I'm curious to see what my dentist will say. So when I went to the dentist, like I said, I was at a 4 millimeters, I believe, for the pockets around my teeth. They didn't bring up if I was still experiencing soreness in my teeth. They probably forgot. And she was like, oh, are you flossing a lot more? And of course, you always tell your dentist, oh yeah. I try, but sometimes I fall off with flossing. So I'm like, I'm doing a little bit better. And she's like, oh, your teeth are a lot better. And I mentioned that I've been oil pulling. And of course, they're not going to be like, oh yeah, that's great, because they want to sell you the $50 toothpaste. Not saying their toothpaste doesn't work. I just wasn't spending $50 when I can get the drop coconut oil. This was what, like $6 or something like that. And she said, oh, she checked all around my teeth. There was no soreness. And she said my pockets were at 3 millimeters. So I'm like, oh, this stuff really works. Like, this is awesome. I have not done it in about a month or so with the move. Fell off, of course, like everything else I've been doing. So I have been experiencing slight sensitivity, not like it was before. So I am going to go back to good old oil pulling because, I mean, it works. What else can I say about it? So if you're curious about it, I say definitely try it, especially if you are experiencing problems with your teeth. I saw some people even say it like helped with like their cavities and stuff like that. Not sure, do your own research, but it won't hurt. It's just old coconut oil unless you're allergic, but then of course you want to use it. So yeah, I just wanted to share my experience with you guys, and if you were curious about it or had the same problems that I did with the pockets receding, definitely try it out. It won't hurt, and see what your dentist says at your next appointment. I definitely plan to keep using it to see if it stays at a 3 or maybe goes to a 2, go down to a 2. That would be awesome too. And yeah, if you have any other questions about oil pulling, feel free to leave them down below. Or if you have tried it yourself, let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss upcoming videos, and thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And thanks for watching.